What's going on, guys? It's your boy Tal, also known as Dirty Dandy. But let me tell you something today, guys. I'm playing with a group of buddies of mine. They're not the greatest players in the world by any means of the imagination on Rainbow Six Siege. Neither am I. But I feel like I can hold my own when it comes to playing this game. I understand strats. I do watch Pro League. My team, used to be Mouse. But, I think right now everybody's favorite's G2. If you're an EG guy or a G2 guy, it doesn't really matter. G2's the champs. They're the best team right now, so they're the gold standard of what everybody needs to do. Now, this video is to help you realize that there are a lot of do's and don'ts to Rainbow Six Siege. And I'm more making this so you guys know for future reference. Don't do this, don't do that. Do this, do that. There's some goods and bads from even me in this game, and I can use examples of things that I did wrong. And I really don't mind. But you're going to see me go to some areas that you might not commonly see players go. It's just because I'm used to playing bomb with higher tier players than what I'm playing with right now. I am having a bad season. I'm ranked out in Silver 4. I really don't want to talk about it because I'll be upset. So we're just going to avoid it. First thing I recommend is go into game chat. These guys do not like going into game chat, hence why you can't hear us talking via the recording. On top of that, too, I also muted the clip volume, so in case there was any interference from voices, you couldn't hear it anyway. But as I was saying, I feel like we should go into game chat so I can communicate with the random. So here you see me running around, trying to get my bearings straight, figuring out what's going on. I'm trying to tell the guys how to set up everything. I'm sitting there, going to drop my barbed wire. And coming up, there's a huge mistake. A huge mistake. Trying to get my buddy to put up his mirror on the wall. And then I'm like, wait, does anybody have nitro cell? And then I realized he didn't have a nitro cell, so never mind. I asked him, why are you putting your mirror right there? Alright guys, right there, you don't want to set up a mirror. Because there's a door right behind it, so they pop the mirror. Now they have a whole angle on that hallway. He didn't know. He hasn't played Siege since I think fucking Buck dropped. I believe, yeah, I think Buck dropped when he last played Siege. So it's been a long time. And at this point, we're getting ready to enter the season where they're about to bring out the new cafe and all that. I think season 5? Or year 5, year 4, something like that. Hell, if I can't even keep track. But I'm going downstairs because a lot of teams like to push from the garage. Because it's easy entry and you can do what you need to do, and or they'll push them upstairs, so I can flank them from there. There's a couple good things here that I can do. There's a couple bad things, but notice something that I do that you may not see lower ranking players do, which is I stay in my ADS more often than not. When I come out of my ADS, I recommend not doing that as much as I'm doing it, because there's a delay between the snap time and you shooting sometimes because your brain reflex. Don't do that. Stay ADS, and right now I'm spinning around, I'm just listening for sounds, hearing what I can hear, talking to the guys, hearing gunfire, trying to see if there's anybody up here. I recommend going around corners at ADS. Sorry about the cough, guys, I have a cold. At this point, you see the mirror window's already been popped. I don't think I realized it at first. Yeah, I did, I realized it. And here in a minute I try a really stupid play, but here first, I'm going to try to jump out this window down here and see if I can't get the guy on the patio, which I have potato aim, so I end up not getting the guy on the patio. I wish I did. But, see, I didn't stay out there to reload and find out. Most guys are going to chase you on that, most. So, as you see, I sit right here waiting for him to come. But they placed the diffuser down, so I say, screw it. No time to wait, and I try to go rush, and then I'm like, wait, nobody opened that, so let me fire through it. Maybe I might get a lucky kill. Hopefully I can maybe draw some fire through that wall. Didn't happen. So coming around the corner, I get clipped. Well, they saw me coming anyway, because that mirror came back to bite us in the ass. As I said, you don't want to put your mirror there, because that's a prime example of the bad shit that can happen. Right there, guys. Prime example. Don't do that. That's a no-no. If you're ever playing mirror, please don't put your mirror there. That's what I ask. And don't teabag. That's really unsportsmanlike. I don't condone it. Every once in a while you may catch me do it, but I do it when I'm playing with my friends and I'm playing against friends. We'll all teabag each other. So, that's one thing, but when you're playing a random game of ranked, don't do it. It's not sportsmanlike. I don't agree with it at all. Some people in this community may get on me about it. Some people might agree with me about it. That's cool either way. I respect your opinion on it either way. Oh, another thing that I have to say is that anytime you break a thermite, please have a Thatcher. At least my teammates brought a Thatcher this time. I think I asked them to bring a Thatcher. And, you know, hey, that is what it is. It was all good. I got another tips and tricks video coming up after this too, by the way, guys. Because I played with my buddies a couple times, and there's some really good plays by them, and there were some really, oh, what the hell plays by them. So, you know, hey, it is what it is. This is like my first commentary video, so I apologize if I'm repeating myself a lot or anything like that. I'll definitely clean it up in later videos, but right now I'm just talking to y'all so you guys understand what's going on. Now this could be a good strat. You can run out and place a Maestro cam right outside. There's a little wall right there. Place a Maestro down in it, you can't see it because it's covered up by shrubs. But you can see everything as a Maestro, and you can basically shoot people. I don't think I show you where it is, but the situation calls for me to basically lay down because I'm expecting a run out, which never happens. They don't actually do a run out right now. They do a run out, but not from the garage where I thought they were going to do it from. And the run out ultimately gets me killed because we had nobody watching run out. I always recommend when you're playing with a team, try to be a little bit more coordinated than we were and have somebody watch run out. Sadly, you know, when you have guys who haven't been playing the game as long as you, coordination isn't always there. You can't do everything. And I wish I could, but I can't. Thatcher's making a play. I was just telling them to be careful. And see, I didn't know they reinforced it at the time until it came up. But they reinforced it so there was no run out. But I was playing it cautiously like there possibly was. Now here's what I'm talking about when it comes to run outs. Just pay attention closely. I'm going to shut up for a minute. I should have heard it. I didn't pay attention to it because I got tunnel vision. I died. I deserved to die. But we should have had somebody watching the run out. So at the same time, it's kind of a catch-22. Excuse me. So you get where I'm coming from on that, I'm sure. Glaz here is trying his damn best. Indian, yeah, he's a new player. I respect his game though. You know, he's got some things he needs to work on. I got some things I need to work on. We all got things we need to work on. But I understand his play here, and the fact that he's sitting in the smoke is very smart by him. I will give you that. It's something that you want to do. Use smoke to your advantage as Glaz. Always try to use it as much as you can to your advantage because it can save your life. Right there, it kind of didn't because the guy was smart enough to put a hole in the wall. Glaz did his best. He did try to use the smoke to his advantage. Unfortunately, Rook used an impact grenade on the wall and was able to get him, and the smoke basically became null and void. Those things are going to happen even to the best of us. Now this time, I think we go to garage. Let me see. Do we go wine cellar garage? Yes, we do. Okay, and I believe I grabbed mirror. Okay, now this mirror spot, it's a common mirror spot. You see a lot of people run it, but not a lot of people set it up the way that I set it up. And I like to set it up, and I like not to bring my nitro cell on this particular objective. Most objectives I will bring a nitro cell, but for this particular one, I'll show you why when we get to that point in time. This is a great Twitch counter. A lot of people don't know that this counters Twitch, but I don't mind giving out the advice. Hell, I've watched plenty of YouTube videos in my day to get advice on this. But this is the setup I like to run. I like to set up a reinforcement here, put a mirror on that wall facing the garage door. You can always utilize that. But, you know, I set up the reinforcement kit, Twitch drone comes by, we ain't got to worry about it. Trying to get somebody to reinforce that wall for me, because I only got 2 reinforcements, I can only do so much. And then I'm like, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and reinforce it, I'll take the chance with the Twitch drone. Hopefully they don't have one. Now you can set that more to the left, more to the right, or more in the middle. And I'm trying to tell Indian to reinforce that wall too, because I got to reinforce this one. And then I told him to set his charges on that wall for me to protect my flank. So the only way they're going to get there is if they got a thatcher. Now this is where the shield comes into play. Now you're going to see. This right here stops the Twitch drone from coming in, if you set it up right. Twitch drone can't get in there to pop my mirror. I downed him because I didn't have a mic in order to tell him he got the memo. Normally I wouldn't recommend doing that because that shit can get you TK'd. But in that situation, I think it's acceptable. So, don't reinforce something that mirror's trying to use. You'll see why in a minute. And this becomes basically a clusterfuck, and I'm just like, I don't want to be in that room because those two were in there, but I end up taking it over. And then I always open up this wall. This wall can be a double-edged sword, but it's good to have the rotation in and out. Try to get them off my mirror because I want to be able to play my mirror. I like to open that up. God forbid I need to crouch down or anything like that. Some people wouldn't waste ammo on that like I did. I personally don't care. That's what I like to do. This is how I like to play it. Like I said, though, it's all up to you on how you want to play it. I was seeing what he reinforced. I didn't know. I was like, what the hell? I like to open up that wall a little bit right there. That way if anybody comes through the door I can see them. I kind of understand the situation right now, and I'm looking, and then I realize there's a Montaigne, so I'm like, okay, is there anybody behind the Montaigne? I'm hearing gunfire to my right, and I think there's glass to my right. I'm not sure at this point in time, but it did sound like a glass to me. Yeah, that's definitely a glass. I realize that now. So you keep seeing me checking the right side, waiting to see if he comes out in the hallway or something like that. I'm usually tend to be quiet in situations like this because I'm, trying to listen. But see, right here I crouched down. This is why I lowered the hole. They can't quite see me because of the table in front of me, so that table helps. But I see them, so I start spraying. Burst firing. I pop that guy in the head. Start firing a couple bullets at a time. Here in a minute. I wait for the color change. Boom, hit another guy in the head. That happens. Now this is a good play by the glass. The Montaigne pushes. He's going to push me. Somebody comes downstairs because I'm calling Montaigne pushing up. Somebody on the stairs to the left there gets the Montaigne. Montaigne's taken care of. Good play. Now here the fucking glass starts pushing. He smoked it. I hear the gunfire, and I kind of predict where he is by sound, and I'm able to kill him. When you're a mirror, sometimes the best thing to do is go on sound in order to find your opponents, especially when they're hidden in smoke like that. To me, this is probably one of the better ways to play mirror. I'm checking where I'm at. As you can see, I'm not doing the greatest, but I am showing some tips and tricks. Now, most teams are going to push the garage door. There aren't a lot of teams that are going to push from behind like that. Every once in a while, you'll get a team that pushes from behind like that, or they'll split. Some guys will push from the front, other guys will push from the back. I think it's better to do a multiple assault, so you get one or two dudes pushing from the front, open up that garage door, have somebody try to hold it, wreak as much havoc as they can. Possibly Ying, smoke, get a Ying, have her throw her candelas in, then go ahead, smoke it, have Glaz watch it and cover, and then somebody go plant the diffuser. Have a Montaigne cover while you plant the diffuser. That's one strat I like to use. But things, like I said, things are all different based on what you're doing and all that. So, the guys you play with, you have to have the coordination in order to do it. I'm not going to sit here and say that every strat works all the time. No strat's foolproof. You got to realize the guys you're playing and then play that team accordingly. That's just one strat that I've used in the past that has worked extremely well. Ying is one of the best operators in the game. Don't let anybody fool you. See, I'm not really using my Twitch drones how they need to be used. Saving them. I shot them because I realized my Twitch drone was caught. I should be using my Twitch drones a whole hell of a lot better. That's another don't I'd have to say on this. And I recommend not doing what I did. But this video is about to wrap up, guys. I'll definitely post another video later and show some more do's and don'ts. But appreciate y'all listening, and thanks for watching. Have a great time. And tune back in for more.